college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will put total leather and we'll get started. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's got great speed. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The Buffaloes offense will have the opening possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what...
There he goes!
Offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Ohio State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Offense in a split backfield. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Pocket breaking down. The short hands, it's Provo. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll try the run. Turning it on. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play. in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that...
It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They believe they can run right here. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball a wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And the Buffaloes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Trying to turn the corner on the right. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Toss sweep right. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bucks.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Leaves it with the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Cobb. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth, and already inside a minute to go in the first. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the lone running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And with that run, goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Quick toss. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Handoff from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Cobb. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Fires to the wide out. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The inside handoff. Got the 1st down and more. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Bucks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll give it to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
They'll try the right side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Buffaloes are threatening in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises The elite backs in football, racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be... He's got it! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll try to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? They want to throw it. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up. On the return. What a play there.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Tremendous awareness along the... and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. Let's go. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. At the 40, there he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll go with the 5 wide outset on 2nd and 7. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They get the score and a free trip to the ice bath after the game.
No doubt. Heck of a pass, though. To stand in there, know you're going to get smashed right in the face. I'll take the ice. I'll take the touchdown.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David, with this one.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Sellers. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. To the air on 1st down. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off in the flats. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And you're seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense be completely dynamic.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Hutchinson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, and get out of here with the dub.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Unloads quickly. Open space at the 25. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Buffaloes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the...
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And looks as if the offense was able to get back on top of the football. And yes, it could have been worse, but as it is, it's a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect them.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.